Let's see if this is working.
Hey guys, so I might.
Ooh. Hello. Trying to fix this. Let me fix this real quick. Hello. There we go. Starting to go live, I guess. Hello, everybody. Hello, Rain. How's everyone doing? Grapika, hello. I'm doing good. Tonight, I'm just going to call this as a podcast. This is literally a podcast. Because it is. I have a podcast now. So, welcome. This is my there's a puppy. I hear a puppy. Hold on, let me export something real quick. One second. To Pittsburgh? Ooh. In Alaska. Dude, Alaska would be cool. That's why it didn't. You missed me? Well, hello. I'm back. And welcome to my podcast. At least I think it's a cool podcast, That didn't work. I need to do this one more time. Do a JPEG, that'll be better. Okay. That should work better. What's on my hoodie? My clothing brand. Check it out. Okay, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure. I can't even turn my wrong way. There we go. This is my clothing brand. It's scribbles.com. It's down in the description if you want to check it out and get stuff. Let's see. Okay. Now it should upload. Perfect. So, this is let's see. Okay. Say that. Okay, guys. I'm doing a research project right now for anthropology, so I'm glad I could make it to your podcast. You're such a sweet soul, and I missed your presence on the internet. Okay. Well, I'm back on the internet, and also thank you for that. You're very kind. How's my skin doing? A whole lot better. Compared to how it was doing. It's doing pretty great. For those of you guys who don't know, I had been having some problems with my skin, so we're doing much better now. So yeah. So yes, a lot better. Let me tweet this out really quick. There's a podcast going on where people are missing out on. I'm going to be doing a podcast every I'm going to be doing a podcast every day. I'm going to try for 3 times a day, but I most likely will only get 1 or 2. Podcast, what? We're going to go over some conspiracy theories. Yes. If you guys are excited, I hope you're excited. There's some pretty crazy stuff out there. Let's see. I have a whole list of conspiracies right here. A whole list. Shane Dawson, who I only know Aaron. Yeah. What do you call it? I've been super into conspiracies recently. So I was like, you know what? This is dope. I was like, this is cool. This is something that, like, at least I think is cool. You know? Hey, Aaron, play Among Us. Not right now. But in a bit. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure I have this. No, I changed my thumbnail. Got the wrong thumbnail in there. Okay. There we go. Now the thumbnail should be better. Perfect. All right. Thank you for making my life a better place. Okay. Have you heard the voice in your headphones anymore? No, actually. I think it had to do with a radio, like literally like a big radio antenna, where I was. I wish I could buy your clothing brand, but I don't have the money to buy your clothing brand. Hey, it's okay. Don't even worry about it. So we're gonna go over. Where was it? I had honestly. So there's a conspiracy theory about outer space, and how space might not be real. Samantha, thank you for the $2. You the bestest. Thank you for everything. Samantha, you are the bestest. Thank you for everything. That's amazing. Yeah. Huge shout out to you. Thanks. Thank you for making all of us happy. Thank you for making me happy. I'm glad you guys are here. What is Buddy up to right now? Cool thumbnail? Thanks. You know, I try. Done something that not a lot of people can seem to do nowadays. Make me smile. Heck yeah, Kaylee. I'm glad that you're smiling. I don't know if we're getting a big influx of people, but hello. Okay, so did you know that some people think that it's called the dome theory of Earth? It has to do with flat Earth and space, and how the moon landing was not real. You know, pretty crazy, right? Some really crazy stuff, actually. Let me the dome Earth theory. I don't have anyone to help run the podcast, so I'm just kind of having to do all this stuff myself. What do you call it? It's like for instance, this is what the they call it the firmament, and this is what people think that it looks like. I'm gonna just show you guys. They like this right here is what I think the Earth looks like. And like maybe not, obviously not this exactly, but like you see that little dome over it. It's like you can't leave because there's like a glass dome. Meme Queen, thank you for the $2. You're freaking awesome. But that's what do you call it? That's the dome theory. They theorize that the moon landing was faked, and they theorize that like the reason the moon landing was faked, and if you look at like the curvature of the Earth and how rockets kind of go up. Randy, hey, how's it going? Like how rockets go up, they don't go in a straight line up, you know, like you would think. Let me see if I can find some videos of rockets curving. Let's see. I know there's videos out there. Let me see if I can find them. But basically, whenever rockets go into the air, like space rockets to go into space, apparently they curve, like in a weird way. Let me find like the video. There was like I saw like 2 or 3 videos that just show these rockets curving completely, and it's like that's like I'm like at first I was like, oh, you know, it's one video. It probably like there's something off of it, you know. Crazy. It's nuts how it all changed. The Book of Enoch in the Bible was taken out because it talked about aliens, so the Catholics took it out. Dude, we can get into even more. We'll get into some more conspiracies about the Bible too in a bit. How there's like people don't talk about it, but there was 50 books taken out of the Bible. 50, not one, not two. There were 50. The canon of the Bible was made in 325 AD, 300 years after Christ was there. So crazy, all right? Huh? To create an orbit. True. I mean, at least that's what we're told. We're told it's to create an orbit. But like, what if it's not and that was a lie? You know? I've never been to space. I wouldn't know. However, I wouldn't be surprised if we've been lied to about a bunch of different stuff. This is just this is just conspiracy theories, anyways, though. So it's nothing like super crazy. But let's see. The firmament was there before the flood came, when God wanted Noah to create the ark. Yeah. Okay. So this is like. That's really funny. It doesn't pop up in videos, but this is how This is how rockets like take off. They don't go up. They don't go up. Do you see that? These are all rockets. These are NASA rockets. This one's a curve too. You see that? It completely curves. It doesn't go straight up. It curves. If the chicken crosses the road, what does it do then? Cross the road. I don't know, meme queen. I think it was $5 though. My face is conspiracy theory. You're right. My face conspired against me to give me pimples. Like right here, NASA found the curve. So like this is like people. This is obviously flat Earth, but like, it doesn't make sense that if you were trying to leave the atmosphere, why would you have to make an orbit? Especially if you're going to like the moon or something, or just into space, Like crazy, right? Barely anyone has ever heard of this. I just heard about this. Oh, thank you, meme queen. What do you call it? Again, but like that's like they said it's because like the curvature of the Earth and everything. But like this is just like, what do you call it? I'm just playing devil's advocate. Think about it. Like you seen them do that? Like from the Kennedy Space Center. What if they're not going into space? What if they're like not going into space? I wish I had a video that I could play. It's on my phone. But there's this video of this person sending up like this balloon or like their own rocket. NASA's never explained it. Why? They probably have explained it. I don't know how good their explanation is, but when I saw this, I was like, that's crazy. That's nuts. That's at least a little weird that no one's talking about it, Like, isn't that just a little weird that no one talks about it? Like, no one. NASA is working on going to the moon again. There was let me actually show you guys this. So there was this card game. Let me see. Card game. This was made in 1980, and it what do you call it? This was made in 1982. This was called the Illuminati card game, and I don't know if I can even find it, but this is called the Illuminati card game, and it literally has a card that shows that the moon landing was faked, and there's a bunch of other cards that just kind of show the stuff, like phrases that phrases we know of nowadays, but we don't know before. Like here, let me show you. So this is the NASA card. Weird, right? This card is the NASA card. What is that? That's a set with Earth in the background. You would think if we put billions of dollars, millions and millions of dollars into NASA, they would have at least a little bit better of a camera. Weird, right? And after the book explaining what happened to the Challenger, I literally said NASA plans on launching more projects in 2020. Aaron, we love you. NASA hasn't actually went to the moon. No one has ever told anyone, but there was a young scientist who explained why people can't go to the moon. There's a layer that goes around the world. Yes, that's the dome theory, is that there's a layer. Oh, man, it's so great. Have you ever heard about the conspiracy about the Mandela effects? Yeah. The crazy part about the Mandela effect stuff is like people think that we're just shifting between alternate realities. Weird, right? That's like nuts. Like we could be shifting between multiple different realities. If I think about it too much, it hurts my brain. I think it's so fascinating. It's like we could have multiple different realities and we just go between so many different ones. That's why if you like some things like Berenstain Bears, how it's like how like the spelling of it changed, and it's like out of nowhere. Or like how like some things just don't add up just randomly, you know? If you think about it, we're all related to Adam and Eve. To Adam and Eve were the only people alive. Yeah, we're all related. Literally, if we came from two human beings, then we're all related in some way. We are shifting. It's crazy, but like I mean, no, it's not crazy. I don't think it's crazy, but like it would make sense if our world is shifting into different realities. You know, doesn't it? Isn't it weird how like 3 years ago doesn't feel? It feels like 3 years ago was a lifetime ago. Isn't it crazy how like even a year ago feels like an actual lifetime, you know? It's like recently like there's been like a shift. You know? It's nuts. The way I see it is that the Earth has a natural curve, and in order for rockets to exit atmosphere, it has to curve with the atmosphere for a smooth entrance into space. Yeah, but whenever you watch NASA going into space, it doesn't look like they curve, you know? It looks like they just go straight up. There's no like the clouds don't start like looking a little different when it, like with like the NASA cameras, like, you know, the ones where it shows like where it like detaches and everything. It doesn't show like a curve. It only shows it going straight up. So the one time I was driving and saw a plane in midair not moving, it was really weird. That's another thing. The craziest, when planes, they just stop. They just stop. They don't move. It's crazy because like you're like, oh well, it's just a direction you're moving. It's like, no, this is a plane. Planes like it can't freeze in midair. Crazy, right? I've seen those videos. And like I've seen a lot of those videos, you know. I've had experiences where time jumps by hours when it only felt like minutes passed, like feeling like I literally had just looked at the clock. Yeah. Crazy, right? Yeah, because why the F wouldn't they? Yeah. Have you heard about the gut feeling theory? It's when you feel like you shouldn't do something and it's your future self. It's telling you not to do it because maybe something bad could happen. Yes, that's your intuition. Your intuition is just, you know how your intuition's like right pretty much all the time? It's just your oh man. It's just your future self experiencing the future before you, and you're getting those vibrations, those energy waves to you before what do you call it? You're getting those energy waves sent back to you saying like, oh, like it's not like this is like what's it called? You get those energy waves back to you saying like, oh, this is gosh, I can't talk. You get those energy waves back to you. I can't talk for some reason. Like letting you know if it was good, like a good decision or bad decision, you know? And like the thing is, I don't think it's terrifying at all. I think I think we're more connected to our past and future selves than we know, you know? Cause like if you think about it, we live in the third dimension, kind of. We're right now we're third dimensional. To help for your bus, not much, but hope it helps. Dude, Michael, thank you so much. I hope I can get, oh man, I can't wait to get the bus, honestly. You know, the theory that's like when you play Minecraft, you can't sleep when there's danger nearby. Think about that the next time you can't sleep for no reason. True. Have you seen the video of the trumpets in the sky? I have not. Dude, this is so cool. I want to show you guys, yeah, let's see. I don't know how to, see if I can. I don't even know if it won't let me mod you right now, but I can mod later. Dude, I think it's so dope. Like, I think it's so cool. Like, okay, let me find it. Let me find, it's the theory that, so this theory is crazy when I first heard it. Okay, picture this. Okay, you have thoughts, right? Sky trumpets. I can't find the sky trumpets, but yeah, like I mean, it would make sense. So picture this. So you have thoughts, right? Okay, everyone has thoughts. All right, and obviously you have a body and everything. Most of us believe that we are our body and we are our thoughts. However, if you were your thoughts, whenever your thoughts leave, you would leave. And I think most people by now at least can agree that we all kind of have some sort of soul that links us to life longer than life longer than just this life, you know. But what do you call it? But basically that's why this is the craziest thing. This is the trippiest thing when I heard it, is like, you are not your body. You just experience your body the same way Avatar, you know, the movie Avatar, they experience their bodies. Their soul was something completely different. We'll Tearful Aaron, YouTube will shadow ban you if you get too far with theories. These are all just theories. I'm not saying that this is like, I'm not saying that this is like, what do you call it? That this is like fact. Like at all. I'm just saying that these are just theories, you know. And like, if you look at like Joe Rogan, he talked about stuff like this on his podcast. Why can't I say anything? You know, we're all just brains and bodies. Without a body, we all would only be brains. See, like I think that we're more than just our brains, you know. I think that like it's very possible we're more than just our brains, you know. You're just yourself. You're just a soul experiencing life. Crazy, right? Nuts. You're just consciousness experiencing life, because the only thing that differentiates me from any one of you is experiences, is conditions. Crazy. Boom. We are witness. We're literally just consciousness experiencing ourselves, you know. If you like that's just a theory, by the way. It's just a theory, but like we could all just be consciousness experiencing ourselves. I'm going to show a video of the egg theory really quick. This one was actually dope. I thought this was really cool. Let's check this out. I'm confusing you. Let me show you. Okay, ready? This is trippy. This is by Kurz, this guy. He just made the...
You were on your way home when you died. It was a car accident. Nothing particularly remarkable, but fatal nonetheless. It was a painless death. The medics tried their best to save you, but to no avail. Your body was so utterly shattered, you were better off, trust me. And
This is
that's
crazy.
when you met me. What happened? Where am I? You died, I said, matter-of-factly. No point in mincing words. There was a truck, and it was skidding. Yes.
This is just a theory, by the way.
I died. Yes. But don't feel bad about it. Everyone dies. You looked around. There was nothingness. Just you and me. What is this place? Is this the afterlife? More or less. Are you God? Yes, I'm God. My kids? My wife? What about them? Will they be all right? That's what I like to see, I said. You just died and your main concern is for your family. That's good stuff right there. You looked at me with fascination. To you, I didn't look like God. I just looked like some man, or possibly a woman. Some vague authority figure, maybe. Don't worry, I said. They'll be fine. Your
Turn
kids
that
will
off for a
remember you
second so
as
you can see.
perfect in every way. They didn't have time to grow contemptuous of you. Your wife will cry on the outside, but will be secretly relieved. To be fair, your marriage was falling apart. If it's any consolation, she'll feel very guilty for feeling relieved. Oh, so what happens now? Do I go to heaven, or hell or something? Neither. You'll be reincarnated. Ah. So the Hindus were right. All religions are right in their own way. Walk with me.
This is trippy. It's so
You
trippy.
followed along as we strode through the void. Where are we going? Nowhere in particular. It's just nice to walk while we talk. So, what's the point then? When I get reborn, I'll just be a blank slate, right? A baby. So, all my experiences and everything I did in this life won't matter. Not so. You have within you all the knowledge and experiences of all your past lives. You just don't remember them right now.
Dude,
I stopped walking and took you by the shoulders. Your soul is more magnificent, beautiful, and gigantic than you can possibly imagine. A human mind can only contain a tiny fraction of what you are. It's like sticking your finger in a glass of water to see if it's hot or cold. You put a tiny part of yourself into the vessel, and when you bring it back out, you've gained all the experiences it had. You've been in a human for the last 48 years, so you haven't stretched out yet and felt the rest of your immense consciousness. If we hung out here for long enough, you'd start remembering everything. But there's no point to doing that between each life. How many times have I been reincarnated then? Oh, lots. Lots and lots. And into lots of different lives. This time around, you'll be a Chinese peasant girl in 540 AD. Wait, what? You're sending me back in time? Well, I guess technically, time as you know it only exists in your universe. Things are different where I come from. Where you come from? Oh, sure. I come from somewhere else. And there are others like me. I know you'll want to know what it's like there, but honestly, you wouldn't understand. Oh, you said, a little let down. But wait, if I get reincarnated to other places in time, I could have interacted with myself at some point. Sure, happens all the time.
I'm gonna tell you something,
both
guys.
lives only aware of their own lifespan, you don't even know it's happening.
I'm gonna tell you something crazy after this
So,
video.
what's the point of it all?
So trippy.
I looked you in the eye. The meaning of life, the reason I made this whole universe, is for you to mature. You mean mankind? You want us to mature? No, just you. I made this whole universe for you. With each new life, you grow and mature and become a larger and greater intellect. Just me? What about everyone else? There is no one else. In this universe, there's just you and me. You stared blankly at me. But all the people on Earth. All you. Different incarnations of you.
Crazy.
Wait, I'm everyone. Now you're getting
It's
it.
just a theory.
I'm
It's just
every
a theory.
human being who ever lived. Or who will ever live. Yes. I'm Abraham Lincoln. And you're John Wilkes Booth too. I'm Hitler, you said, appalled. And you're the millions he killed. I'm Jesus. And you're everyone who followed him. You fell silent. Every time you victimized someone, you were victimizing yourself. Every act of kindness you've done to yourself. Every happy and sad moment ever experienced by any human was or will be experienced by you. You thought for a long time. Why? Why do all this? Because someday you will become like me. Because that's what you are. You're one of my kind. You're my child. Wow, you said incredulous. You mean I'm a god? No, not yet. You're a fetus. You're still growing. Once you've lived every human life throughout all time, you will have grown enough to be born. So the whole universe, it's
Just a theory, by the way.
an egg, I answered. Now it's time for you to move on to your next life. And I sent you on your way.
Well, when I saw that video for the first time, I was like, what? What? But to be honest, if you think about the biological explanation for everything, it's simple. What do you call it? Like it's crazy, right? When I first watched that, I kid you not, I was like, it would make sense. That makes sense. Why does that make sense? It actually makes so much sense. It's simple. We are witness conscious. It's literally like we're like a hive mind. You know, everyone's like it's like the only thing that separates us, if you think about it. The only thing that I'm sorry, Shia, if I gave you anxiety, is just like a theory. But if you think about it, the only thing that separates us as human beings, because we're all born as a blank slate, Sure, we obviously have like certain characteristics, but the only thing that really separates our thinking is the way that we're raised and the experiences we have. So if everyone had the exact same to a T second timing experiences, then we would all technically think the same way. Weird, right? Which means it's just like goes to show, it's like, even if you think about it, like we're all just atoms, which means we're all the same thing. So like, I'm really no different than like this microphone because it's made of atoms. I'm made of atoms. I just have consciousness. And who's to say, like, what if this microphone has consciousness just in a different way and we didn't know it? Weird, right? It's nuts. There's what do you call it? Your brain hurts. It's a lot to take in, but it's pretty cool. Do I think the back rooms exist? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't really done any like research into that. It's total Vedanta on Hindu philosophy. Yeah, it's very much like Hindu. But it's like this is the experience I was going to tell you guys. This is the experience I was going to tell you guys, and this is something that like it blew my mind. This was the craziest thing. This is the only reason that I think that this could have some validity at all. So are you ready? Sit back and just listen. This is a story. I did this thing called the Wim Hof breathing method. And like I got really, really, really like into it and got really advanced with it. Basically what the Wim Hof breathing method is, hey Felix, what about the God thing? Because that means he's come back just as a different person. I think God is literally just, what do you call it? I think God is literally just, I believe that God's completely real. I just don't think he's the way we conceptualize him. That's more so. Okay. So this is like, this is crazy. This blew my mind. So I did the Wim Hof breathing method. For those who don't know, the Wim Hof breathing method is basically where you breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. You do about 30 breaths. And then once you breathe out on the 30th breath, breathe in, breathe out, and then you hold your breath. And what do you call it? So I did more advanced ones. You're supposed to hold it, like it has you hold your breath for like a minute and a half, and then 2 minutes, and then like 2.5 minutes was supposed to be the longest. I did like one that had like 4 minutes. So I held my breath for 4 minutes, God, God's real. I think it's just in a completely different way than what we conceptualize. We conceptualize him as a man, but like, that's like, yeah, I'm not fighting you on that at all. What do you call it? But like, I think we're also all a part of him, we can get into that later, but anyways, okay. So I did the breathing method. I was on the really long 4-minute one, and like, cause my eyes were closed the whole time. So my eyes were closed the whole time. I was relaxing while I was doing it, cause I was like, okay, this is like easy to do. And around the 2.5 minute mark, my eyes just all of a sudden, like, they open. My eyes were still shut, but they open up. My eyes open up, and all of a sudden there are cherry blossom petals falling all around me. And I'm just sitting under like a cherry blossom. I'm like laying down under a cherry blossom tree. And I wake up and I'm in Japan. I'm literally in Japan. Like the same way I can like see my hands right now, I was in Japan. Like I'm not joking. And like it wasn't like oh yeah, it felt like a dream or anything like that. Like no, I was there. I was like there. And the reason that I also know that I was there, what do you call it? The reason I also know that I was there is because I was like, oh shoot, I need like something to tell if like I'm actually like in Japan, I was like, it wasn't me losing consciousness, and I'll explain why. But like, the reason that I like know I was there is because I was like, I need to like have some sort of pinpoint. and like I need to know like my name and like where I am. And so there was a Japan map. I'm gonna just show this really quick. So like if you look at a map of Japan, it's still so crazy when I look at it. And you're just gonna have to take. I can't verify this other than like you're just gonna have to take my word for it. So in the bottom right of Japan, like first of all, my name was Osaka. Okay, Osaka. That was my name, and I was like, huh. At least that's what I thought my name was. I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. But in the bottom, like literally right here, see where Osaka is? Like right on this, like there was like a whole road right here, in the Edo era and stuff. I have a full actually voice note on this, that I sent to my friend after this happened. Did I spiritually teleport myself? No, I was physically there. I was like reliving a past life. I was like reliving like a past life regression type of thing. And so I was like, I'm trying to point with my hand. But like right around here, you see where it says Osaka and stuff? It was like right here that like I just saw a pinpoint in my mind while I was there. And how did I find out my name? I just knew it. I don't know how I knew it, but I just knew it. Now I went back because it was during the samurai era. And the reason I say it was during the samurai era is because I also, what do you call it? I not only experienced being there, but I saw my wife and my child, and I even saw my own death. Cause like the way that I passed away was from a sword in like where I was living. And I just remember like getting laying, falling back on the floor, no pain, and just fading out to black. And then I woke back up, and I woke back up in my body that was doing the Wim Hof breathing method. And I was like, whoa, holy cow. But like low key though, I started looking this up, and I was like, oh, Osaka, Edo period. There was another word as well. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. Like the thing, it's always nice to hear these kind of things, but I'm that kind of person that needs proof. I can't give you the proof you want, man. Like strong proof. I'm not calling everyone a liar, but just for myself, I need proof to actually believe in something. Do it. Yeah. I mean, like I understand it. I'm not trying to change anyone's minds about anything, but this is like, that's what I experienced. And like, I will, like, no one can ever tell me that I didn't experience that, because it was crazy. It was nuts. I experienced no, I maybe in my past life, Katrina. But like, literally it felt like this is, so it felt like, what do you call it? It felt like a day or two. But in real life, it was only like a minute. So, literally got to relive and see, like, because it wasn't like I got to like live the whole that whole life. It was like I lived one portion, then I jumped to another portion of that life, and then I jumped to another portion, and it was like crazy. Malak, you're gonna donate $500. Well, thank you. You do not have to, but that's cool. Crazy, right? I was like, that's nuts. That was nuts. No, and the thing was, it wasn't even scary, you know? People are so afraid. Like we're so afraid of like everything nowadays, but it wasn't even scary. I was like, holy cow. Okay, good night, Shia. Thanks for being here. It's called the Wim Hof breathing method, and like I didn't realize that you could relive like past like times and stuff. The dollars and 911 theory is real. I've done it before. I need to look. Oh, the dollars and 9/11 theory. We can talk about that in another podcast. But Aaron, are we all talking to? I mean, like, do it on stream. The Wim Hof breathing method. I can do it on stream. It's just kind of boring. All you're gonna do is like, I mean, you guys can do it with me if you want. It's really like it's like a peaceful, it's like a meditation method basically. But yeah, like When your eyes flash before your eyes, you're reliving the past of your life. This wasn't this wasn't a life that I had experienced now. This was a life I had experienced before. And I just I was like, man, that would explain why I enjoy why I have such a I love Japanese stuff, and I want to go to Japan really bad. But yeah, no, the Wim Hof breathing, Aaron, that could explain deja vu. When you get deja vu from a different life, pops in for a second. What also could explain deja vu, Lexi, is the fact that the Wim Hof method? No, the thing about the Wim Hof method, it's not dangerous. Obviously, you go at your own pace. What do you call it? Wim. He has a bunch of people he's viral on YouTube. You can look it up. Just look up Wim Hof, WIMHOF. Look up Wim Hof breathing method. It's on YouTube. Millions of views. So many people. This dude is super. Talk about insanely healthy. He also goes and does polar plunges. This guy has hiked shirtless Mount Everest, I think twice, something like that. And it's what do you call it? All he does is this breathing method, because he can control and regulate his body, My mind said skirt and left. Dude, it's a lot to comprehend. It's a lot to take in. But when you experience past lives, I was building the Eiffel Tower, and another time I was an Indian hunting with my father, walking through the woods. Dude, that's why it just once I experienced it, I was like, man, we all are so much more connected than what people think, that tripped my whole life up. What if life is all a dream, and when you die it's you waking up? Just a theory. It could be, it's Elton not taking Aaron to Japan from dude. I also think that the thing about there's I guess it's not really a conspiracy. There's a theory that we are given more truth in movies and that are labeled fiction than we let on, and so everyone just kind of claims them as fiction. But I feel there's been a shift now to where this stuff is just making more sense. Swami. Oh, I've heard of Swami. I got you. I can't copy that. Okay. When did that all happen? This happened 2 months ago. This happened recently. These past couple months have felt literally these past months have felt like years. Literally have felt like years. Yeah. The thing is, even regardless, if you're going from a standpoint of there was clearly a start to us, and if we're going from the fact that there was a start to us, we're all related regardless. I have to sleep. I love you, Aaron. You're the best and by far my favorite YouTuber. The Bean, you are amazing. So you're saying I could be related to Billy Joe. I'm saying that you could be Billy Joe if that was true, if the egg theory was right, Did waterbenders part the water, LeMayo? I mean, it's so the Bible talks about how with the faith of a mustard seed, it's what if that's actually real, The multiverse, I'm pretty convinced the multiverse is real. I feel we've jumped into different realities and we haven't realized it. We just gone to sleep, woke up, and then we were in a different reality that was just a little different. Just a little different from our current reality. Wait, so am I related to you all? Yeah, I mean, you could be. 3 streams in one day? I think yes. Heck yeah, Jay. No clue how to reply, but I mean, I've seen many conspiracy theories on it, and one big thing that got me in the picture with the flag, it was windy, but there's no wind in space. I know. Some people have already tried to debunk it. I've already looked. I'm looking up Swami. Yeah, no. Hey, Turth. I understand. I got you. I've already looked up Swami. I've got him right here. I don't think I'm gonna play him right now, because I feel that's a little, a little too far. I think I know what he's talking about though. He's talking about the what do you call it? Like we are consciousness, and how like we aren't our minds, and we're more than just our physical bodies. It's crazy. This stuff is all like, I love this stuff so much. Like, I love this stuff so much. Yeah, God is real, 100%. I believe that God is not how people envision him, because a lot of people envision God as being like if you think about it, a lot of people envision God as being like a physical person. And it's like, if he's everywhere and everything, then that means he's in every, I grew up very Christian. And if he's within everything, then we're all a part of him. And everything's a part of him. Which means we're all like a part of God, which means we're God to an extent. You know, we have like people call it Christ consciousness, you know, where like everyone's connected basically by kind of like a cloud. It's almost been like confirmed that we live in a hologram. It's most likely we live in a hologram. Eileen, how's it going? I'm sorry. By like the government, you know? That's not me just saying it. It's like literally the government, like Elon Musk, even some of the smartest people. What do you call it? Aaron, I'm confused. Can you do like a just overview of what we were talking about? Like simplify it. It's hard to simplify because you kind of got to experience it yourself. But basically, the way that like I'm sure the unattached self, the way that like people call it like people talk about it as being like enlightened, or like a higher level of like vibration, you know. Basically, like, have you heard of the YouTuber Spiritual Soul? Yes, yeah. Like, it's basically kind of what Spiritual Soul talks about. It's like people talk about having like higher vibrations and like raising your consciousness basically into like a higher level of consciousness. So the whole theory is that we are vibrations. We are just energy, because that's all like what do you call it? Maya. It's like the universal consciousness, yeah. But basically we're all energy. And there are lower vibrational people on this planet. This is the theory, that there's lower vibrational people on this planet, entities that are trying to control us. Yeah, exactly, Samantha. That are trying to control us. And they're trying to bring our vibrations down to keep us kind of enslaved, you know? Because if you look around, at least for me, before I kind of felt like I woke up, life has been kind of like, it's been fun, but it's been more stressful than it's been fun. It's always been more like I'd almost like the more that I felt like I was my body, or like would feel like I was my body, I would be basically in a living hell. And it's like what if like hell that people talk about is already here? It's just on Earth whenever you're stuck in that lower vibrational state. Because if you look at it from the standpoint of a lot of people are just in constant pain. I mean, how is hell described other than the fact that like you're just in constant pain and agony? How many people on this earth right now are just in constant pain and agony? How can that not be hell? If that's the criteria of hell, we're already living it. You know, I mean, that's just my opinion. But like, what do you call it? Like, that's like, I mean, that's the thing that makes the most sense to me. I had like a little like awakening stuff, and it kind of changed like everything. You know, what if we're in an alternate universe and our actual selves live in a different multiverse and they were the exact opposite of us? That could be completely true. Who knows? You know, I can't wait to know. Raja Yoga, the yoga of wisdom, can be attained by ignoring ignorance. Exactly. By going for, by focusing on truth. Because, like, I mean, all that, like, the lowest vibrations that they talk about, the lowest vibrations are fear and anger. And those are, like, some of the lowest vibrations. And pain is, like, a really low vibration or something like that. There's a whole scale. And the highest vibrations, where they talk about, like vibrational scale and stuff, is love and peace. So if you're in constant love and peace, you're in a high vibrational, like state, you know? You know, so it's like, it's crazy. Do you ever think that we might be in the simulations? Yeah. Oh, I believe life's completely a simulation. That's just my own personal belief. It doesn't mean I'm right. Personally, I don't believe in God, but I do say that it's all vibe or vibration that matters. When you visit a temple, the thing that makes the difference is the vibe of the place of the person. Sarnath, see, the thing about that, is that when you say vibration, Christians say God. It's the same thing, just a different word. Because how do you conceptualize something that can't be conceptualized? I don't know. How do you do the thing where you see your past life? How did you do it? It was called the Wim Hof breathing method. I would practice. It's not guaranteed that it's going to happen. I haven't had it happen since. So, personally, I don't believe, what do you call it? And do you believe in astrology and horoscopes and stuff? I know Colby doesn't, and I don't really either, but I really want to know what you think about it. I think to an extent, where I don't believe love exists. Samantha, the thing about it is I don't think love exists in the way that, I don't think that love exists in the way that people say it does, like the movies. I believe it. I mean, I believe it can, I believe that type of love can, but I think the type of love that I'm talking about is one that's just pure peace, and it's you couldn't imagine the creation of everything, and everything around us is just so beautiful that how could you not love everyone and everything, but how does your Christianity tie into your belief of living in a simulation? I don't know. So I don't consider myself spiritual or Christian. I just consider myself human. I don't want to give myself a label in terms of what I believe religion wise, because I believe religion was kind of more made as a control weapon more than anything. Because what a better way to get someone controlled than to say that they're going to go to a really bad, dark place if they're bad and if they question anything, that's just my own belief. But I also believe it's what do you call it? The thing about me, the reason that I stopped kind of being oh, I'm Christian, is because I realized my belief was more rooted, and I feel a lot of people's beliefs were more rooted in the fact that they were afraid to go to hell and not that they wanted to be a Christian, but yeah, your past doesn't exist and your future doesn't exist. You only live in the now. But that's I was I lived more in fear whenever I identified as being Christian than I did now, past life regression session. It's probably the same thing. Brian Wise, the past life regression session. You guys can do that and try to have one too. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Aaron, for making me smile. You are so welcome. God gave us all free will for a reason. But then there's also predestination. You have in the book of Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22, it says detestable, which means hated. But in the Bible, it says you aren't allowed to hate. Also, Reagan, the thing about that is back in the 1950s, they changed the word in the Bible that meant that now is homosexual, meant pedophile, back in the 1950s, all the way up until 50 years ago, 70 years ago, so that, and that's not a theory. That was actually changed. That there's video evidence of that being changed in the Bible. Along with the fact that trust me, I did my research on all this stuff. Back in 325 AD is when Back in 325 AD is when the Bible was canonized. That's when all the books of the Bible were added. There were 50 books left out, and 50 books left out. And this wasn't the apostles weren't the ones that decided the canon of the Bible. Jesus didn't decide the canon of the Bible. This was the top pastors in the churches at the time. And this is actual history. This is actually happened in history. And the only reason that the Bible was canonized, the only reason was because there was someone else that came in, donated 100,000 of whatever the currency was at the time, and tried to the church. The church was oh, thank you so much. And then he made his own canon of the Bible and tried to push it out. The church was no, that's not good. They kicked him out of the church, gave him his donation back. And then on top of that, then they were then Constantinopolis, I believe was the name of the emperor at the time, the Roman emperor, was we need a canon ourselves. And so he made a canon. And then in the 400 ADs, they try to destroy all of these books of the Bible that were not a part of the Bible, because they considered them heretical, and so that was like a little history right there. What do you call it? It's like, not gonna lie, I think hate is something we shouldn't do, but we do hate. I try not to. Well, yeah, I mean, like, it's almost, when you hate someone, you're really just kind of hating yourself, because it's insecurities about yourself that come out if you were to hate someone. And that was a hard pill for me to swallow, because there was a lot of people I hated. There was like a ton of people that I hated for a while, because I was just not happy with myself, and I couldn't forgive them. I couldn't forgive the pain that they had caused me, but I was choosing to hold on to that pain. We don't live in the past, and we don't live in the future. We live in the now. So why would we ever focus on the past? Do I support LGBTQ? Of course. I feel like that I didn't think that would have to be addressed. Of course I do. It's like a lot of this stuff is just, like I said, they're all just theories, but it's like I don't know. Like the thing is, I used to hate people. I don't hate anymore. It's like why, once you ask yourself why people act a certain way, the answer is pretty much always the same, and it's because of circumstances they had in their life leading up to it. Doesn't make it right. Like, if someone does something bad to you, doesn't make it right, okay? But it's like, it says more, like, when someone's mean to you, it says more about them than it says about you, okay? So based on the 10 Commandments, the two things that are most important are the love you have for God, some people say the universe, and for other people. Dude, the thing is, I've never seen the 10 Commandments, but I would like to see it. I think, like, just intuitively, like, anyone that is operating from a higher level of consciousness or a higher vibration, I guess, you're going to be just inertly following those principles anyways, because you're not going to want to see harm come to anybody, like I've thought about this for a long time now. And I was like, I always thought about the like, what if someone came up and like hurt someone in my family? Well, I wouldn't do anything other than, like, I would defend them if it was happening. But if I found out about it, like, afterwards, obviously I would, like, go to the police or, like, do all the normal, like, stuff you would do, but I wouldn't retaliate. I wouldn't retaliate out of anger, and the only reason that I wouldn't retaliate out of anger is because I can't change what happened, I can't change what happened. And the only thing I can change is what happens from then on. So why would I go and like cause more pain when like all pain is going to do is keep the whole world in pain, yeah. Like whatever happens, like happens, It's like nothing makes me more important than anybody else. And nothing makes anyone else more important than anyone else, And yeah, like, karma do its job, It like things come full swing. How do you spell the breathing method? WIMHOF. I'm getting off in 1 minute, by the way, guys. Thank you for being here and talking with me. It's like what? So what you were saying is the word gay back then meant pedophile. Yeah. So the word like homosexual in the Bible actually stood for like a like it basically meant pedophile. And I can go deeper into that and get videos on that too. But it was changed. Like I believe the Bible has the word of God, because it talks about word of God being with God and was God. It means the word of God was breathed. It was like, it wasn't a Bible. I believe the word of God was in the Bible. I don't believe the Bible is the word of God, because the Bible can be changed. So, and that's where like a lot of people just kind of like they kind of don't really they don't really like they fight me on it all the time, and I'm like, well, I mean, I could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, then oh well, I'll take it, But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for this stream. I'm going to be back on again tomorrow. If you would, just go take a look at the script. What am I doing? If you would, go take a look at the scribbles.com shop. It's in the description down below. I'm going to be leaving all of these streams up because I'm going to be streaming every single day. But if you would go take a look at that, if you want to get something to support me, then please do. If you don't want to, also fine. Yeah, just let me know though. How to explain Eden the doll then? I don't know about Eden the doll, but I'll look her up. But okay, guys, thank you guys for watching. I will see you all tomorrow. I have no idea what we're going over tomorrow, but I want to start getting some guests to come on and talk with me about this stuff. So, okay, guys, I have no idea what time tomorrow. Most likely it'll be around like 3 p.m. Central Time. So yes. Okay, guys, I'll catch you all later. You all have a wonderful day.